Hi everyone, Chris Tisdale here again. In this presentation, I'm going to share with you some of my approaches to assessment and feedback that foster independent learning. And my tips are just based on a recent award that I was given, an Australian Award for University Teaching. So the tips are actually from my application. So I hope you find them useful. These kinds of videos are designed for teachers or people who want to become teachers or anyone who's interested in education. So let me share my screen with you and we can get going. All right, approaches to assessment and feedback that foster independent learning. All right, so I can summarize this whole presentation in 2 dot points. My approaches to assessment and feedback: A, place responsibility for learning on my students, and I do that using what's known as the teaching research nexus or the learning research nexus. And B, I also support their transition to become independent learners, and I call this keeping secrets. So I'll talk through you with you about those two elements and give you some examples. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. All right, the teaching research nexus or TRN. It is defined via the following. The students are learning through what they call authentic inquiry, learning about research in their discipline, and learning to do research. So how does that facilitate independent learning, and how do I do it? Well, let me show you how I embed this TRN into my practice. So I embed TRN into my approach by forming assignments. And the really interesting part of the assignments, in my opinion, is that they feature original and totally open questions. And they're designed to scaffold new research discoveries from the students in my graduate courses. So essentially it means that the questions on the assignments are ungoogleable, okay, because they're open and they're near the edge or at the edge of current research. So how do I do that? I'm an author of over 70 research papers, and what that means is that I'm aware of the current knowledge base in my research area. So having a research profile is really important for the teaching research nexus. And what my use of TRN provides is an avenue for students to extend that knowledge. Now, don't get me wrong, I teach maths, right? And I'm not expecting a graduate student to be able to write research papers or a thesis or something like that. The questions that I formulate are just based on current research, but they may be a little bit watered down or a little bit specialized, so they're not, so they're actually doable as well. Okay. The originality of the questions within assessment items means there's no associated literature available, so the questions are ungoogleable. And what this means is it encourages the students to independently research, discover, and prove the ideas for themselves. Okay, so how do I know this works? Well, of course, I love to measure things. So let me share with you one of the student responses. When asked to identify one of the best features of my teaching, one student comment was, the research focus. Assignments challenged analytical thinking towards solving problems which were close to cutting edge in various new fields of research. A complete skill set for transition into new research was taught. Okay, very happy with that comment. It means that it seems, at least based on that comment, that this TRN practice is beneficial. Okay, so that's the first part of the talk, the first dot point. What about this keeping secrets part where you're scaffolding independent discovery, supporting independent discovery? Let's talk about that. Well, I like to call it keeping secrets. So in feedback, be it formal, so written part of an assignment, or informal, just having a chat, what I try to do is embed questions and hints that really demand careful, exact, and independent evaluation and judgment. So sometimes I'll answer a question with a question, or a hint, or a clue. So what this means is I'm not giving the secret away. I'm ensuring that the students have the best chance possible to work it out for themselves while supporting them. Okay, so I'm still keeping the secret, and I'm supporting them to guide their independent learning. I think that's really important. Okay, so here's some more feedback. End of session anonymous student feedback. The statement was, "This lecturer provided feedback to help me learn." And I looked at the percentage of students who agreed, and I averaged the percentages over my last 12 courses since, say, 2008. And the score was very high, 98%. And if you benchmark that against faculty and school averages, you'll see that it's quite good. I'm very proud of that. And here's some more feedback from the students. The statement was, "This lecturer encouraged me to learn independently." And again, I was really happy with results there, and just a little bit higher than the faculty and the school averages. Okay, so they're my tips on feedback and assessment to foster independent learning. What are your tips? How do you think independent learning should be encouraged and supported? If you have any comments, put them in the comment section. Hope you found these tips useful, and let me know what you think of these series. It's something new for me to talk about my teaching. So I hope you enjoyed. See you later. Bye.